Today's all half guard. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show the top half guard submissions, which there aren't as many, but it's an offensive position for both guys. It's almost 50-50. So if we're in half guard, I'm on top. You get those same arm locks that you get in side mount. So you get the key lock here, straight arm lock this way, or if he turns it over, you get the reverse hammer lock, key lock that way. To finish, you might actually have to free your leg and get into complete side mount because you might not have the angle to finish if you're on top. But if you have someone here and you're going for it, he probably won't be paying attention to his legs, so you'll probably be able to kick your leg free and get here. You can even give up the top half guard, and now from here you should be able to finish even though it's half guard, right? And then some other things you could do from the top, you could set up chokes from here. You can finish a guillotine. You can go for a Darce choke if you get this arm over, right? Your bottom hand's gonna come under, pull the head in, right here, and this has to be half guard. If I get to the side here, I won't finish it unless I run with it. But right from here, I'm actually using the leg to stop him from moving away. And here's the submission right there. There's the choke. I could also go for some knee bars. So one way, if we're here, I kick over, keep my butt on him, go for this knee bar. And the other way, a little more dangerous. I got to make sure I can get around his head and hands. Same kind of idea though, knee bar this way. So those are the top attacks. But really, what I love most about half guard is when you're on your back, when you're on the bottom. So if you're down, right, sometimes he's taking me down, I can't pull full guard, so I kind of like cut my losses, and we end up here in half guard. So from here, I actually don't mind it because it's offensive. First thing I want to do is get an underhook on the same side as the half guard, right? So if I can get that, I'm in business. If I can't get that, I'm going to try to get something else. Maybe an overhook, maybe an underhook this side. Ideally though, if I'm here, I'm in business. A couple of things I can use just a simple underhook for. I extend them up, kick my leg free, and here's a stand-up, just to get away. Another thing I could use it for is throw it around, try to get to his back, like that. Another thing I could use it for is to set up the arm triangle choke. So we're here, I just throw the arm over, lock my hands, try to finish the arm triangle choke from here. Probably the best way to do it is to extend him with my feet, flatten him out, and then I finish him there. So those are basic things you could do with just an underhook. Another thing, if you can't get the underhook, you could go for that same Kimura series that we know from guard. Push the head to the side, you go here, sorry. So if we're here and I'm keeping him down, I can key lock this hand here, and just like if he's in my guard, the same finishes. Pull this out here, right? If I don't get that, I can try to get a guillotine. I can get all the way under and do the neck crank. Same as in the guard, I can finish it in half guard. Another series is if I throw this arm the other way, so I didn't get this, I'm not in good position here, he's heavy on me with this arm maybe, I can throw this by. This doesn't happen too often, but you can look for it, it does happen. Now I'm going to keep my elbow down on him so he can't come back into me, he wants to come back. I want to prevent that. So if we're here, some things I can do, I can actually go to a calf crank here, believe it or not. If I cross my feet, it might be even more effective, like this, but ideally, you can get the calf crank here, or if I'm keeping his head down, if he pops his head up, I can go for a choke here. Try to finish the choke, and then another thing I can do, tap the knee, go for a sweep, and then I take the top. All right, and then there's some fancier moves. So the fancier moves, I get them from a lockdown position. What a lockdown position is, I'm going to actually figure four my feet over his foot. Now, I don't want to do that unless I can keep him down with an overhook or an underhook or anything. If I just cross my feet here, you know that death lock, right? Mm-hmm. So if I just cross my feet outside in, inside in between, and I'm not holding him down, Emilio is going to do this. He's just going to stand up to his feet. He's going to have my foot hooked right now. this is a leg lock, he's going to submit me. So I can't go for that unless I'm keeping him down with something. If I have an underhook, that's the best thing, obviously. Overhook, I could do it too. But if I'm keeping him down, now I know I can prevent him from standing up. So I'm going to go for the lockdown. So the outside foot goes in, and then my inside foot goes in between. Right? So again, we're here. My outside foot goes in. My inside foot goes in between. Goes over my foot, under his foot. And I'm using my inside foot, my right foot, to elevate. I want to elevate his leg. He doesn't like this. All right? So one thing we can do from here, if I can, I have this underhook, I have the lockdown. I'm going to reach through his legs with my other hand, and I'm going to put him over here. I'm going to bring him over, and I'm going to use my feet, my lockdown, to do that. So I go under, and I bring him here. Right? As soon as I can, I lock my hands, I lock my fingers. Ideally, I want to lock this way, but even this way is good enough for now. So I'm keeping this lockdown. If I can get him to go all the way over, or even to the side, I'm going to do an inverse knee bar. So here's from the side. Same thing if I go all the way over. I'm going to keep my hands locked. I'm going to use my hands to either move him up or move him down so that I can have the torque on his knee. I let go of the lockdown. Both of my heels go against his heel. There's the knee bar right there. That's the finish right there. Right? Same thing if I go all the way to the top. There's the finish. Or if I just don't have the angle, he's fighting with his feet, I at least reverse them and now I'm on top. So I take my top position. If I'm going for it from here and I can't sweep him over, I probably can't finish the knee bar because his foot's going to go right into the mat. So I want to at least take him a little to the side this way, or a little to the side this way, just so I can have the angle to finish. Right? And then really the last move I want to show for today is back in the lockdown position. I have the underhook, outside in, inside in between and elevates. He's not letting me get the inverse knee bar for whatever reason. He's wise to it. What I could do is go for that electric chair. So that's what Eddie Bravo calls it, but I'm sure it's been around for a while. So I keep the lockdown, and this underhook hand, I actually let go of the underhook, one of the rare times I let go of it, and this is still under the leg. I'm going to bring this underhook hand out into my own hand here, and I'm going to pull his leg over. I keep the lockdown, and from here I can either finish it this way, and it's pretty much just cranking his groin and his hips. Right? And if he's flexible, that's not working, I could get nasty, bring it over here, even worse. So my lockdown's going that way with my feet. This is going down. If that's not working for whatever reason because he's flexible, I can go for a toe hold. Right? There's a lot of different moves I could do from there. Or if nothing's working because the guy's strong, flexible, or he knows everything's happening, Hoyler wouldn't tap to this because he's super flexible. What I could try to do is maybe just come into him and take my top now. So those are, there are more half-guard moves, but those are pretty much a series that we work through here. So that's that. So now we can break into groups, and if you guys have any questions.